Hello everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War 2 with this French campaign. So, I actually started recording just a bit earlier, and I was gonna ferry my troops over to London when I realized I can't ferry the full 40 stack because I need 2 ships and I've sent the rest of the fleet away. So we had to recruit a fire ship to get the rest of the fleet on. So currently I've got most, or some of the army on this Indiaman, and we're gonna get the rest onto the little fire ship. So now we're gonna get the rest of the force. Actually, oh no, it's already on. The fire ship is what holds the army. It's the other way around. How messy. Now we're gonna get all of these troops onto the Indiaman. Great. So there we go. Now we got both on here. Great. And we're ready to send off. But before we go ahead and do that, we are going to go ahead. I'm not sure who that was. Ooh, nice. Lower Louisiana. And fishery. Nice. Bethesda Orphanage. Now they've gone too far. North, the Bethesda's Orphanage. And they're gonna be playing Skyrim forever. Right, interesting. Or maybe not, actually. We're gonna send the ships across, but before I go ahead and do that, I want to just show a little bit what's going on. So, I said I was sending the rest of the fleet away. Well, the rest of the fleet has already been away for quite a while. We've got... I could have used this, maybe more dignified than using a fire ship, but we still have the problem of as soon as I move away here, the Danish gets swallowed up. This fire ship force is going to be moved to America, and with hilarious outcomes, as I intend to send it against the pirate fleet, and it's gonna, I mean, the amount of explosions, I'm not entirely sure my computer will survive it, or the game will survive it. Because we're gonna have so many explosions dealing with all of this, that, you know, the entire sea will be on fire. You'll see it from the moon. Or at least from the capital of the Dutch Guianas, surely. And down in India we have been advancing on the enemy. So we're really building up the island, and we're also switching out and building up this area right here. One thing that I noticed with building fisheries have an interesting offshoot in terms of what you can build from them. Because when you look at the building tree for the different types of ports, you can see the shipyards when you build military ships. Go down to Steam and Naval Hospital, and then trading boards go to Global Trading Company. Fisheries could go into, you know, major fishing fleet, or they could go into the center of maritime slave trade. It's a pretty good port though. Minus 12% upkeep cost for merchant ships. Population growth. Wealth per turn, construction of farm building, industrial building, metalwork building, construction of mines, plantations. Very high unhappiness, but then also we can build really, you know, trained up merchant ships. So really nice. Once again, the meta is screwing me with, you know, hiding behind, you know, absolute carnage and slavery. But yeah, that's what I found out. So what we're gonna do here is, I'm not gonna show as much what's going on in India unless it's a really interesting battle. We've had too many battles that are just the same. So for now I'll just be pushing through the Indians. What I will show is, hopefully once we take out the British in this episode, I will be able to relocate this army right here. We'll add more Indians to it, and we'll have a fight with Indians versus Indians. It's like it's, what is that called? Ultimate Warrior type stuff. but in real life, at the whims of the Queen. But with any of that to happen, we'll have to start right here. So we're gonna go ahead and launch our forces. I'm thinking it might be prudent to launch the General's force first, just in case they decide to kind of intercept us, if that's possible. So first force landed. Now we get the second part. No, this is the one that... Oh, they cannot be landed at the same time. So we'll have to take this one out. And now we can land the force. And then we combine them into a full stack. Let's actually stay in the port, so we can escape as soon as possible once we've taken it. So, Jesus, they've increased it to 20,000 in wealth. I'm at 16. That's pretty good. I'll assure everyone that this little country of shopkeepers, or whatever Napoleon called them, they'll certainly not have that kind of wealth after I'm done with them. So the commander is set to attack London. We've got 7,000 defender against 8,000 French troops attacking. The amount of artillery bombardment these will endure will be legendary, as I have like 10 batteries of 6 cannons each. So you can kind of calculate that, how many guns will be trained on the British. Their force is pretty pitiful. So it's high time for these roast beefs to be roasted entirely. Unfortunately, not the best map to display the artillery. It's kind of flat. There's a town in the middle. And also just the fact that I have so many artillery means that, you know, I cannot possibly advance my troops the same way as I've got my artillery. So I've put the artillery on the right side of the village. I think they will be safe just because of their sheer number. I've also backed them up with all the lancers, and then we're gonna have all the infantry set up on the left of the village, where we have the normal infantry in front, grenadiers backing up the right, with the Swiss backing up the left, and way in the back, in the last wave, we've got the guard brigade, so 4 units of these new guard units, and then we've got the general behind, and the general is backed up by the Royal Musketeers. And also on this side we've got the Horse Grenadier Guards over on the right. With that said, let's go ahead and start the battle. And we should start by advancing this line, as I'm hoping that we'll get up quite a bit in front and then kind of turn the line a little bit. Now I can't see the line anymore. Probably we hit the houses or something. Let's see. We'll start there. And then I'll switch it as we go along. Also the cavalry should follow up here on the very end. Battery is firing. It should be. The guard artillery is firing. It's got 200 meters more range than the demi-cannon, so they will take turns in firing on the enemy. Currently, the guard artillery is actually firing on the enemy artillery, which is dug in, which is not actually a very good target to be firing at, as they're very unlikely to actually hit that shit. So I'd rather they hit the 35th Battalion instead. Okay, my lines are making their way up. We want to go so we have the forests, like we put our troops in the forest. We don't want the enemy to take the forest. But at the same time, as we move forward here, we leave kind of the village on the right as kind of a stop point for the enemy. So that's going to be something to think about. We marched long enough. I'm going to order them to run at this point. What I could do is I could order the guard artillery actually to fire like at a certain point in the line or something. Actually, cannons. Cavalry is something that we definitely want to get rid of, so we're going to fire at those units. Okay, so the line is getting in order. I do hate that it's rain. It ruins the wonders of the battle and the uniforms and stuff. Okay, so the troops are getting in order. We are receiving fire ourselves. Let's get the troops up ahead. Right, with the line now ready, I will push it further forward, taking hold of the woods here, hopefully. Actually, what I could do is, we'll back it up, and hold right about there. Now this unit's gonna end, this grenadier unit's gonna end up in a wonky place. I'm just gonna order him like that. But as you saw, there was actually impossible terrain right here, so that protects the right flank as they move forward. And then what I'll do is we'll just have this part of the line actually tilt up. Am I missing a unit in the front line? Oh yeah. Why are you guys... Oh, I forgot to move them forward. I was like, wait, there's supposed to be 4 in each brigade. That was kind of unnecessary, actually. Select this brigade, and then we're going to turn it up. Or actually, we're going to turn it like that. And the Swiss will move up to back up right behind, and then the white brigade will start where the other one took off and turn like that. And then the Grenadiers, the Grenadier Brigade, will join the Swiss, turn on an angle like that. And I think the Guards, we'll split them in 2. So we'll have Guards on either side, and then the Horse Grenadiers over there. How's it going dealing with the Cavalry? I'm surprised as much Cavalry survives. I guess it's just the poor position of my artillery. That unit, though, is getting destroyed. As this battery does not actually fire on the cannons, that is fine. I want to hold fire with the first line as well. And I'm going to time that myself when they're able to fire. And then the drummers. Right now I'm not entirely sure where the enemy will focus in. Cavalry can be moved in here to support. I think drummers will do the best work over on that side. Horse guard to be moved in. Right, we're sending off that unit, that's good. Then this battery can switch to fire on another cavalry unit. Okay, we're receiving some fire from over here, and we're about to receive some fire over here. But the thing is, we're gonna lose very little troops from that. Oh, we are about to get flanked. And more enemy troops are now coming in. So the right flank open up. Right, they're getting through. This is what we have the cavalry for. So we're going to send in the Royal Musketeers to deal with that. You can go down and take a look at the lines. This is possibly why I should replace the artillery with howitzers. Good fire all along the entire line. Let's make sure that that guy does not get around. And then we get the general over here. Continuously blast these units. Actually, you do have that shitty cuirassier unit back on. The firefight continues as the enemy make their way forward. Quite a few of them in the woods made it all the way forward to the 2nd Battalion. 2nd Battalion, I'm sure, will hold those. I'm not too worried about that. I ordered you to attack that unit, then you will attack it. More and more units are moving away from this area. And so we're not really able to target them with artillery. Okay, so the artillery was a bust for this battle. I'm gonna hold them and I'm gonna let them fire that extra stupid shot they usually put off. And then I'm gonna get the lancers to go out. Let's see, the second battalion is holding really well. They've sent off one regiment. Now we got another regiment coming in to fight them. And I'm sure we'll push that one off as well. Then we got the 10th Battalion dealing with guard units. But they're holding as well. And we got enemies closing in quite a bit over here. We got a drummer section joining with them. Higher morale for that side. Okay, now they've completely kind of lost the oh shit, pikemen. Alright, we've got grenades. We've got plenty of grenades. It's kind of a lot of enemies over here. We could push in grenadiers to deal with that, but so far we're actually holding on pretty well there. Oh, the stupid pikemen kind of overwhelm the unit on all sides. Pull back and form a new line. And now you are definitely getting kind of overwhelmed. So we'll prepare grenades. Okay, now you're getting attacked by engineers, so we'll move forward this grenadier regiment to hold that. Okay, so grenades needed. We'll aim for the guard corps in the center. Absolutely nuked them. Okay, we're gonna nuke this squad guard allies. Seems like something is lost in translation. Okay, throw grenades, if you please. And the squad allies. They're still squaddies, but they're no longer allies, I would say. Well, there's not a lot of them left anymore. The lines are holding. But it is becoming harder for them to hold. You will attack the grenadiers over there. If necessary, I think that the... Oh, there we go. Now we can throw on the pikemen. Also, I just noticed we've got some cavalry unit attack this. Okay, now I think the lances should come through as well. Get the lances up there. Pikemen. I think we can do a better job on the pikemen. Throw again. And the line's kind of breaking apart. Heavy rain. Don't like that. We're holding on pretty well here. We could definitely use grenades on this side. The enemy is kind of falling apart, but the thing is, what I'm going to do is we're going to pull back to the second line and we'll let the Swiss take over this side. And did I lose a regiment here? They pulled back. Have I missed something? Okay, so we managed to successfully move. All the units actually successfully moved behind second line, and none of them like continued wanting to fight the enemy. Okay, cavalry, come set up, try and set up behind. We should probably get the lancers. No, crap. We just fuck the cannons. We're gonna go up behind them all. The line is holding. Surprised 2nd Battalion is still holding. Surprised the enemy is still holding. Let's see if we can reorganize this a little bit. Let's see, do I have... Yeah, this is all my grenadiers. Grenadiers to line. And then the units in the front lines. I see 3 of them. Where's the 4th? I don't know where that one is. Did I lose one? I kind of want to send in the guard as well, because I think they would have made a killer thumbnail. But looks like that's not gonna happen. And then the lance is kind of going in all over the place. These guys set up pretty well. So now we've had the kind of battle that I wanted with kind of lines. But still, not really... Oh shit, forgot to tell these guys to hold fire. We're missing one out of the White Brigade. We're missing a unit out of the White Brigade. I'm not sure where he went. Hold fire. There's no point in us completely demolishing our cavalry as well. And I think that goes for the grenadiers as well. All the cavalry can focus in there. Well, the battle is basically won. Hold fire. This unit has moved up ahead of the rest. Oh, what's this? The British anticipated the hammer and anvil strike and put down spikes. However, they didn't anticipate that I wasn't actually going to charge over there, so... Right, you can open fire again. Actually, what I'll do, just to get... No, they ran away. I wanted the guard corps just to move forward, to fire once. Just so I could get that on the thumbnail. I can still get it if I shoot at these guys. You know what? The battle is won. There are no enemies left, really. Overkill. I'm gonna have 60 cannons fire after these boys. Imagine anything. Imagine anything advancing along this line and getting that many cannonballs fired at it. Anyways, we have won, so battle is victorious. We are victorious. The battle ended up being a heroic victory from our side. The enemy deployed 1,000 men less than us. And, well, they lost everything. We losing 2,000 men out of an 8,000 man army. So not too bad. And only about, what, 240 men of our own killed. And then we even threw grenades into a melee fight, so that's pretty okay, I'd say. So, infantry on the front line. I think this is on the right side that managed to get as many kills as they did. So we can see, I'm thinking this might be 2nd Battalion, or is 2nd Battalion might actually be on this side. So maybe they didn't actually kill that many. So it's on the left side that they got that many kills. Well, let's check the chevrons actually. So this should be the White Battalion. And the White Battalion now has got 3 units. Or every single unit is above 5. And then the second one, 3 of them are. It's actually quite hard to tell. But this guy's got 3 ones. Okay, so this is the White Battalion. White Battalion did pretty badly. Because that was the one on the right, I think. And then the one on the left is the one that got the most kills. So we can see one here with 822. Should be this one, I think. Wait, how many troops is left? 193. Yeah, this one right here. Not entirely sure what number the battalion has, but it killed a lot. So the left side did the most, followed by Grenadiers, followed by Horse Guard Grenadiers, Royal Musketeers, Grenadiers of France, Artillery didn't do too good. Some of the Guard, oh, these are just avoided kills in the end because they didn't actually do anything. But there we have that. London was captured, and in that the nation destroyed, which means the entire force that was up here is gone, plus the troublesome priests and the not only the troublesome priests, but a number of intellectuals that were here and all kinds of stuff. We're gonna take this force now and we're gonna head down to Boston, and from Boston, actually we'll head to Quebec because that's closer. So wait, can I move through the Huron territory? How come I can move through the Huron territory? Won't they be mad that I move through their territory? Maybe we'll avoid a international... Well, it's not really international, is it? But let's try to avoid upsetting the Huron by moving through their territories. We'll move through the wilderness. Also, Governor's Barrack is no longer needed here. Oh yeah, I noticed I could actually recruit Board Captain Titch. So I do have, this army now contains a pirate unit. It's completely melee, costs 4,000 to recruit, upkeep 14. The pirates are really OP. So we're gonna use that one with the Indians. Or maybe I should send him, like my own pirate, to go after the last pirate holdout. See if I can recruit any more pirates anywhere. But yeah, with that, I think we'll go ahead and end this video right here. What I'll do is... Oh, already now it's lost 6,000 in wealth. We are not actually grabbing that much money out of them. Only about 3,600 per turn. I mean, that's still a pretty good sum of money. But what I'll go ahead and do is we'll burn down the entire place and then leave. I don't know why they have so many churches. Or maybe what I should be doing is hold on to it. Make sure that every single port is a fishery. Make sure that all the buildings are like subpar buildings. And you know, destroy them that way, causing massive problems for them that way. But we'll see. I've got some ideas how we're gonna do this to deal with Britain, and then I think what I'll do is I'll hand them over to the Scottish because we're not at war with the Scots. So we'll hand the entire area over. Obviously, Britain's still my main rival, so they might pop up again. But there we have that. So, with that said, I'll go ahead and end the video right here. I'm not sure why I'm looking at Brussels, Flanders. London was the battle. So yeah, with that said, I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.